Dominic Couche, Northeast Zone Manager for Planar, and we're talking today about the Matrix 55-inch LCD display. What we have here is a 2x2 of the 55-inch 1920 by 1080 resolution display. Each one is 1920 by 1080. The units can be stacked as high as somebody wishes and as wide as someone wishes. We have one wall in New York City that's over 160 units. The advantage of the Matrix display is that we take the electronics out of the display itself. So the only thing that is in the back of the display is just a small board that takes two Cat6 cables, a video and communication, and a power cable. The advantage of that is that we can make the display very thin, lightweight, and there is no heat coming from, hardly any heat anyway, coming from the display. And that means that we have no fans. So in a conference room type of an application, there would be no noise. That's a big advantage. These are the cables in the back that go to what we call the quad controller and the power supply module. As you can see, there's just one power cable and two Cat6, which is one for communication and one for video. Then the modules can be placed in a different location. This is the power supply module. Each module is populated to run 4 units, and you can also have as an option a redundant power supply, so that if any display power supply fails, the redundant power supply will kick in and take over. This part here is the quad controller, also populated for to run 4 units. So, for example, in this wall, which is 2x2, you have one power supply module and you have one quad control module. If the wall was, let's say, 8 units, you would have 2 power supply modules and 2 quad modules. These can be placed far away from the wall, like for example in a supply room or a, equipment room. And they would be not in the same room where they could be noisy. The other big advantage of having the electronics removed from the display is that 90% of any issue that would come up, a technical issue, would be addressed at the rack instead of being addressed at the wall. And that's about it. I think that tells you